Ever feel like life just loves to throw you a curveball when you least expect it? One minute everything's going great, and the next, bam, your car decides to impersonate a smoke machine, or your beloved pet suddenly needs an expensive trip to the vet. These unexpected expenses can really knock you off your feet, turning a minor inconvenience into a major financial crisis. It's stressful, it's overwhelming, and it can feel like you're just one unlucky break away from disaster. But what if I told you there's a way to build a financial safety net? A way to face these surprises with confidence instead of panic. It's not a magic trick or a secret investment scheme. It's something much more practical and powerful, an emergency fund. So, what exactly is an emergency fund? Think of it as your personal financial firefighter. It's a stash of money set aside specifically for those unforeseen, urgent expenses. This isn't your vacation fund, and it's definitely not for that new gadget you've been eyeing. This money is exclusively for genuine emergencies, things like a sudden job loss, unexpected medical bills, or urgent home repairs. It's the buffer that stands between you and high-interest debt when life happens. Without one, you might be forced to rack up credit card debt, take out a payday loan, or even borrow from your retirement savings, which can have serious long-term consequences. An emergency fund gives you options. It gives you peace of mind. It's your ticket to sleeping better at night, knowing you're prepared for whatever comes your way. Now, the big question, how much should you actually save? The classic rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses tucked away. Essential expenses are the absolute must-haves. Your rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and any minimum debt payments. To figure out your magic number, take a look at your bank statements for the past few months. Add up all those essential costs for 1 month, and then multiply that number by 3 and by 6. That range is your target. For example, if your essential monthly expenses are $2,000, you'll want to aim for an emergency fund of $6,000 to $12,000. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like a huge amount. And you're right, it can be intimidating. But please, don't let that number discourage you. The key is to start small. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the same is true for your emergency fund. Let's break down how to actually start building this fund from scratch. The most important thing is to make saving a habit. The best way to do this is by automating it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate savings account every payday. It could be $50, $20, or even just $10. The amount doesn't matter as much as the consistency. By making it automatic, you pay yourself first, before you even have a chance to spend that money elsewhere. You'll be amazed at how quickly even small, consistent contributions can add up over time. It's like planting a tree. You might not see much growth day to day, but over a year, you'll have something substantial. Where should you keep this emergency money? The ideal place is a high-yield savings account. Why? 2 main reasons. First, it needs to be separate from your everyday checking account. This creates a psychological barrier. If the money is out of sight, it's out of mind, making you less tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. Second, a high-yield savings account offers a much better interest rate than a traditional savings account. This means your money is actually working for you, growing a little bit on its own, and helping you fight against inflation. Make sure the account is easily accessible, meaning you can get your money out within a few days without any penalties. Remember, it's for emergencies, so you need to be able to get to it quickly when you need it. Avoid locking it up in investments like stocks or in certificates of deposit that have withdrawal penalties. The goal here is safety and accessibility, not high returns. So you've started saving. That's fantastic. But how can you speed up the process and reach your goal faster? Let's talk about some strategies to find extra cash. First, take a hard look at your budget. Track your spending for a month to see where your money is really going. You might be surprised by how much you're spending on subscriptions you don't use, daily coffee runs, or eating out. Cutting back even a little in these areas can free up a significant amount of cash to funnel directly into your emergency fund. Could you cancel a streaming service you barely watch? Or maybe commit to packing your lunch a few more days a week. Every little bit counts, so. Another powerful strategy is to dedicate any windfall money directly to your emergency fund. What's a windfall? It's any unexpected cash you receive. It could be a tax refund, a bonus from work, a cash gift for your birthday, or even money you get from selling things you no longer need. Instead of seeing this as fun money to spend right away, think of it as a golden opportunity to fast-track your financial security. Declutter your home and sell old electronics, clothes, or furniture online. That cash goes straight into the fund. Getting a raise? Automatically increase your savings transfer. By earmarking these windfalls for your emergency savings, you can make huge progress without changing your daily lifestyle at all. What happens when you actually have to use your emergency fund? First of all, don't feel guilty. That's exactly what it's there for. You prepared for this moment. When an emergency strikes, you can handle the expense without the added stress of going into debt. Pay for the car repair, cover the medical bill, and breathe a sigh of relief. The most important step after using your fund is to immediately start the process of replenishing it. Go back to basics. Reevaluate your budget, maybe pause some non-essential spending for a little while, and focus on getting that savings balance back up to your target level. Your top financial priority becomes rebuilding that safety net. It's like refueling your firefighter's water tank after putting out a fire. You need to be ready for the next one. Building an emergency fund is one of the most empowering steps you can take for your financial well-being. It's not just about money. It's about reducing stress and gaining control over your life. It transforms you from someone who reacts to financial shocks into someone who is prepared for them. Imagine the feeling of knowing that if your income suddenly stopped, you have a cushion to keep you afloat for months while you find a new job. Imagine a major home repair being just an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. That's the freedom an emergency fund provides. It's a foundational piece of a healthy financial life, allowing you to then focus on other goals like investing for retirement or saving for a down payment on a house. Knowing your base is secure, so let's recap the plan. 1. Calculate your goal 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. 2. Open a separate high-yield savings account. 3. Automate your savings, even if you start small. 4. Look for ways to boost your savings by cutting expenses or using windfalls. 5. If you use it, replenish it as soon as you can. It's a simple, straightforward process. The hardest part is just getting started, so I challenge you today. Take that first step. Figure out your monthly expenses. Open that savings account. Set up that first automatic transfer, even if it's just for $5. You are investing in your future self, in your peace of mind, and in your financial freedom. You can absolutely do this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has inspired you to take control of your financial future by building your own emergency fund. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on personal finance and building a better life. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest challenge is when it comes to saving. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.